Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my respect to our lecturer and to all my fellow students. Today, I'm honored to deliver a short speech entitled The Relevance of Marx Ideas in Indonesia's Economic Policy. In the academic world, Karl Marx is not only known as a political ideologist, but also as a critical economist who offered sharp analysis of capitalism, class inequality, and labor exploitation. Although Indonesia does not adopt Marxism, especially since all forms of communism were banned after 1965, some of Marx's ideas about social justice still appear, consequently or not, in our national economic policies. The reason an interesting question: is Marx still relevant today, especially in the context of Indonesia's economy? The answer is yes, not directly or ideologically, but contextually and pragmatically. Let me explain four main connection between Marx talks and Indonesia's economic policies. First, the spirit of wealth redistribution. Marx strongly critiques the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few elites. In Indonesia, policies such as agrarian reform, social assistance programs, and affordable basic food cards reflect the government's effort to reduce economic inequality. These programs embody the spirit of economic justice that Marx fought for. Second, the role of the state in managing the means of production. Marx believed that production tools should be owned collectively or by the state. Indonesia still allows private ownership, but the government manages strategic sector through state-owned enterprise like PLN, Pertamina, and Pupuk Indonesia. This ensures that essential industries are not fully controlled by private or foreign entities. Third, protection for the working class. For Marx, workers are the most exploited group under capitalism. In Indonesia, the government protects them through minimum wage regulation, BPJS Social Security, and the pre-employment card program. These policies are aimed at ensuring fair treatment and welfare for workers. Fourth, fourth, criticism of uncontrolled free markets. Marx warned that free markets without regulation lead to monopoly and exploitation. Indonesia also rejects extreme economic liberalism. The government still controls basic commodity price, restrict imports, and limits raw material export to support domestic industries. This shows our effort to balance market freedom with national interests. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to emphasize that Indonesia is not a Marx country. We follow a Pancasila-based economy system, a market economy guided by social justice. The connection between Marx ideas and Indonesian's policies is not ideological but contextual. Indonesia selectively adopt Marx's critical views on capitalism to achieve fair and constitutional economic goals. To conclude, learning economic theory is not only about formulas or system, but also about understanding social reality. Although Marx lived in the 19th century, his ideas reminds us to stand with the weak, question inequality, and fight for economic justice. May this speech broaden our understanding of how theory can illuminate real policies in our country. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.